Dr. Bryan K. Hotchkins here. Today, we're going to unpack interlude number 5 in my book, My Black is Exhausted, Forever in Pursuit of a Racist-Free World where hashtags don't exist. And it reads as follows. Know the difference between who you are and what you do in any capacity, but especially within the workplace environment. And so, I give you 2 examples. I remember one time I was talking to a student, I just done a lecture, and I had a student say to me afterwards, Dr. Hotchkins, you don't have to speak like that. You can just be yourself. And I said to that student, whether we're talking about hermeneutics or epistemological racism, or we're talking about the legacy of Kendrick Lamar's album discography, I'm still me, right? And so I heard that as she believed that I was pretending intellectual, right? Now, I don't know if she felt that way because I was black, but it was still offensive, right? I'll give you another example. I taught a class, I was a guest speaker at one of my colleagues' classes, and I was standing outside waiting and people were coming in, and then when I stood up and it was time for me to speak, a student said, "You're teaching this class?" And I said, "Yes, I am teaching this class, and make no mistake about it, although I'm not your normal professor, when I start to talk, you're gonna learn today," right? And so again, I didn't know if that student was being racist or if they had a deficit perspective on me because I was the black professor or the person in charge of the intellectual engagement for the evening, right? But it got me thinking about the difference between who I am and what I do, right? So normally, I'm not dressed like this, so fresh and so clean, in a suit and tie, but I perform professorial in this way, shape, and form, right? And so I want you, when you're thinking about the workspaces that you walk through in your environment, persons may question your identity. So for instance, I had a student, new one, who had 5 Latinas on their dissertation committee. And then there were questions about whether or not it was valid, right? Which I hear as racist and sexist. But again, who you are and what you do, they're different things. Being a professor, that's my job, right? But who I am as a person, I'm a whole person, right? And so because being black, my racial identity resonates the most, right? I hear everything in color tones, right? And so I lead with my blackness, right? And so when things happen in the world that are harmful to people of African descent, that impacts my ability to be a professor, right? And so just be mindful as you're in your workplace that who you are and what you do are often separate. And so I hope that you can locate a space and place where people will understand the difference between the two. Thank you.